celebrating Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah, Jasper.
Happy Hanukkah to you, and I also say Merry Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. Can you tell me what we're doing here today?
We are about to have Greenfield's first ever public menorah illumination ceremony.
And what does that mean?
It means we will all be lighting the menorah together in public for the whole world to see.
And are you lighting, or is someone else lighting?
I have invited my brother to come down from New Hampshire to do the honors, although the mayor will be lighting the shamash, the first candle.
Are any other representatives here today?
I am anticipating Representatives Natalie Blais and Susanna Whips, as well as the mayor-elect, but I don't believe they're here yet.
And I hear that there is a history with this menorah. Can you tell me what happened 30 years ago with menorah lighting?
What I've heard is that a group of non-Jews organized to put up a different menorah, not this one, and what I would say as a Jew is that that's not recommended, but I believe it was well-intentioned.
And why did they do that?
It had something to do with graffiti and anti-Semitism in town, but I was a baby at the time, so I can't really speak to it.
And did you make this menorah yourself?
Yes, I built it.
And what's it made out of?
Douglas fir wood, purchased at Cole's Lumber in Amherst.
And is there any Hanukkah lessons you want to give to the readers tonight, or the viewers tonight?
That it's a great time to be Jewish, and that God still does miracles every day, and we should welcome them. And when we see one, we should acknowledge it.
Well, Jasper is one of the city councilors, and he invited me to come tonight, and I thought it was a very good idea that we had all religions represented on our common. We have the creche, and now we have the menorah and the menorah lighting, so I wanted to be here and to be a part of it.
Everyone join me. One more time. One more time, really strong this time. I can't hear you. One more time.
want to talk to you a little bit, just very briefly. I want to talk very briefly about how this happened, because I think it symbolizes what the menorah is meant to also mean at this time, and that is hope, and that is peace. So Jasper came to see me to see if it would be okay if he put the menorah on the Kalman. He didn't need to do that. It would have been fine. He didn't need the permission. But he was respectful enough to come and ask me, and we talked about it. And I was fine with it, of course. But Jasper and I have not always gotten along. I think everybody understands that and knows that. But that doesn't mean that we cannot come together and resolve our differences if we just
Amen to that.
talk to one another, understand one another, and walk away with the same differences if you have them. But at least you've had an opportunity to air your thoughts. And I think that is a way for us to all be able to achieve peace and to grab a little hope in this time when there's so much anti-Semitism, so much anti-Muslim, there's just so much hate in the world, and we just can't have it. So everything we can do to bring peace to the world, however small. So I'm delighted to be here, to be a part of it.
So it's customary in many communities that do this. It's customary in many communities that do this to have the mayor or the town manager light the first candle, and that's what we're going to do here. Go ahead, Mayor. Make history. And now it is my pleasure to introduce my brother Ezra, who is going to lead us in blessing the candles. Ezra, to uncomplicate the tradition, why don't you sing both brachot first and then light from left to right.
Thank you, Jasper. It's an honor to be here. Please join in. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chadlik ner shel Hanukkah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Sadisim Avoteinu Hayabim Hahem Ba'azman Hazeh.
Thank you, Jasper, and all the attendees tonight. Great seeing everybody. Just very briefly, that the message of Hanukkah and the menorah on the public sphere, in the common, has a very important message, a couple of important messages I want to share with you. Number one is that the message of Hanukkah is a universal message, a message of right over might, of light over darkness. Menorah is lit at night specifically, in a time of darkness, when there's some clarity and there's confusion all over the place in the world and ourselves even. And the light gives us direction and vision and clarity for the future, for ourselves, for our families, for our towns and cities, for humanity at large. The second message is that the U.S. was established in a way that there's no government-sponsored religion. You cannot take sides in any religion in this country. However, there's been confusion about that. Does that mean America does not want religion? That's not the case at all. America is a place where you can practice. It's not freedom from religion. It's freedom for religion and the way you wish to practice. And so the message tonight is from Hanukkah that whatever faith you are, you can practice, you can believe in the Creator of the universe, you can say it publicly, in the open, in a public thoroughfare, everyone together with joy and happiness. And this country was established on the fact that our founding fathers believed in the Creator of the universe, and that is our guide and our vision for the present and for the future. And very shortly, may we soon witness, as the mayor said, true peace, where everyone can live together happily, respecting each other, living under the principles of kindness and goodness for all of mankind. But we have that immediately in our days.
Amen. Rabbi, thank you very much. For those of you who are staying with us for the event at the library, the Rabbi will also be giving a longer presentation and taking questions there. I want to thank Representatives Natalie Blais and Susanna Whips for coming out. Greenfield has 2 state representatives because, you know, the whole legislative split thing. If the 2 of you would please come forward so we can acknowledge your presence here. It's very important that elected officials and public figures are happy when people do well like this and get together. So thank you very much for coming. I'll give, we have time that the 2 of you can very brief.
Thank you very much and good evening. I might butcher this, but I'm going to try. Chagurim Samaya? I'm happy to be with you tonight, and you know, may the light of Hanukkah warm us all. And I appreciate the community coming out. I appreciate the mayor collaborating to make sure this was done. It's important that we are inclusive and we are welcoming and we are respectful to all. And I'm just honored to be here tonight with my colleague, Natalie.
Amen. Everybody, Jasper, you especially, for bringing us together in this beautiful light in darkness. We really are very lucky to be here in such a special community that really, truly values being peace, community, love, friendship, and I truly am very lucky to be here with my colleagues at this.
Thank you both for that, and Representative Whips, thank you very much for making the attempt that you made, because if we all try to get along, we'll eventually succeed. That's what I see there. Well, it's I'm actually not familiar with that term. Sure, okay.
Thank you.
Anyway, so I also want to acknowledge that the mayor-elect is here. For those of you who are not from Greenfield, we'll be having a new mayor starting in January, and Ginny DeSorger also came out. We have Doug Clark, and is Amy here too? So Doug is the main sponsor of the Christmas Creche, and he has been one of my biggest cheerleaders throughout this process. Not simply that he was fine with it, that he was thrilled, and I want to make that distinction. Really, Doug, you have been such a supporter. You contributed to this generously. We should all be grateful that we have someone like you to work with the Jewish community in Greenfield. Another person, I'm not sure if he's here, is Wahab Minhas here? No. I don't think that he is, but we have now, I believe for the first time in Greenfield, a councilor-elect, a city councilor-elect who is Muslim, and he has also been a big support. And we also have Rabbi Andrea Cohen-Keener here, former Rabbi of Temple Israel, and there's other people that I probably should acknowledge, but there's so many of you here that I can't even keep track. Is there anyone who would like to contribute financially to this effort who has not already done so? If so, Michel's right over there, or raise your hand, he can come to you. And in about 10 minutes, we are going to... Yes, God is recognizing what we're doing here. We are going to begin around 6 o'clock at the library, not a party, but a potato pancake social. We're going to have food and live music by Grammy-nominated Daniel Gill, Jewish composer from Keene, New Hampshire, a talk by Rabbi Edelman, and we're going to have dreidel and chess and games to play and community, and as many of you can come, we would love to have you. So thank you all very much for making history in Greenfield, putting Greenfield on the map where every other town has this. I'm thrilled with this turnout, and we will not let you down. We'll be back next year and tomorrow night at 4 o'clock to light all 8 candles.
That we light are for the salvations.
You did that?
And for the miracles. And for the wonders that you made for our forefathers in those days at this time. Through the agency of your holy Kohanim. And all 8 days of Hanukkah, these candles are holy. We're not allowed to make use of them. Only to look at them alone. In order to thank and to praise your holy name for your miracles and for your wonders and for your salvations. Now, there's a pure element that every single human being has. The crown of creation, the human beings are. And they fought with their essence. They had to hold on, and they held on to their pure, essential being. And if it's true with people, they said, it's got to be with the temple as well. It's got to be something pure here. They could not have contaminated everything. Where do you look? They went to the place where they stored the oil. It was all contaminated. Where are you going to look? Where are you going to find the uncontaminated oil, the pure oil? And that's the lesson, I believe, for us here and for all of mankind. We look in the world today, probably any time you look in the world historically, you say, oh, it's terrible. Look what's going on. Look what they're doing, what they're doing. There's a war here, there's a fight here, there's infighting among Jews. We can go on and on and on. Hopeful and expecting and anticipating that the entire world will soon turn the right way. And we'll see the unity of nations, of all the nations of the world, every single person serving the Creator to the best of their ability.
Amen. Amen.
We'll have the temple rebuilt in Jerusalem, and Jasper's menorah will be transported miraculously to the Holy Land.
Amen.
We will light it there as well.
Amen.
Happy Hanukkah to everyone. Thank you so much for coming out and listening. If there are any questions, please feel free to ask.
We're in a room full of Jews, Rabbi. What do you mean, if there are any questions?
Some people may have questions, not everyone might be ready to ask the questions. But if you are ready to ask questions, I'm ready to answer the questions. I never, ever reject a question. I do my best to answer.
Every question you have, I have a question to answer.
A question.
Amen.
Okay, I have a little request. My request is I'm going to make a little noise.
Please.
And everyone's going to be okay, right? I'm going to tell you a story about noise and about latkes. So in the olden days, when you wanted to make potato pancakes, latkes, you had to peel them and grate them by hand. And if you were not paying attention, you could grate your fingers along with the potatoes.
Sure.
And then somebody invented this marvelous, wonderful machine that makes grating 2 seconds, but it makes a lot of noise.
Oh.
And one of my sons, who is now a father himself of a very cute, squishy baby, when he was a baby, loved noise. So my house had never been so well vacuumed because he loved the vacuum cleaner. My clothes had never been so clean. He loved the dryer, and he especially loved this, so I did a lot of cooking. So now that I'm making some noise, I know you're going to have music soon. I'm going to make my noise now, and then hopefully I'll be quiet.
How about the questions?
What?
How about the questions?
What? They don't have any questions. They want to eat latkes. Okay, so I'll make 5 minutes of 2 minutes of noise, and then you can ask questions. Okay.
When will the latkes be ready?
Please put your hands together and raise the roof for Daniel Gill.
Great teaching by Rabbi Nachman of Breslov. It says that if you ever want to get rid of negative feelings or people, so just start singing and dancing. And all negativity just kind of, negativity can't stand trouble. One of the things that maybe we don't even know about ourselves is the capacity that we Jews have for joy. Could be our greatest gift. Why?
Because we have enough source, so we can.
Amen.
It's a mitzvah to be joyful.
It's a mitzvah to learn Torah. And there's no simcha like learning Torah. And so, when we walk the streets and we walk our lives, you just think you're walking to work. You're actually walking inside of a book. You think God leaves the neshama, just whatever, yeah, do what you like, no problem. Trust me. You walk into a place in life, pay attention. Because there's actually some Torah there. There's another great teaching from Rabbi Nachman. He says, Nachum, which means should be comforted. They will be comforted. Nachmu, Nachmu, Ami. Okay? Nachmu, Nachmu, Ami. Rabbi Nachman says the Rosh Teva, the acrostic of Nachamu, is Ner Chanukah Mosif V'Holech.
What is that?
So there's an argument in turn from Beit Hillel and Beit Shammai, whether you start with 8 and go down, or whether you start with 1 and add on. And so Ner Chanukah, the lights of Chanukah, Mosif, you add and keep going. And really, the truth is, like, if you really get Hanukkah, so like, it's not, you don't really stop at the end of Hanukkah, right? You keep adding light. We keep adding light. We're always adding light. And ultimately, that's really our only comfort. And that was what the Rebbe said was the only answer we'll ever take is complete redemption of the entire world. This is a tune I wrote on Hanukkah many, many years ago for Menorah. to tell Yaakov Avinu that Yosef was still alive. Right, so I forgot the name, it's in the Midrash. There was someone. Sarah. Yeah. So she was a musician, and they didn't want to shock Yaakov that Yosef was still alive. So she kind of sang it to him, softly, gently. Od Yosef Chai, Od Yosef Chai, singing beautifully, right? And so, after what we've been through as people, we need musicians to just gently tell us, Od Yosef Chai. The inner tzaddik, Yosef is Yosef HaTzadik, the inner tzaddik inside of you is still alive. Od Yosef Chai.